speed and accuracy. When the brain is working at that pace, you wonder what kind of microbes, what chips are there. You know, so that I don't know what God uses in making this brain. Because when we look at computers and say, these are human beings without chips, without anything, who are calculating, who are taking moves, anticipating, and oh my God, they said the king of sport. They said kings play this game. They said generals play this game. They said corporate head play this game. That is chess. And I tell you, it can be better than that, and it can be better than those two guys. Are they guys? Okay, okay. The king and the empress that you've just watched. This is Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo, and you're welcome to Chess Sunday. That is what we're doing today. Sometimes, you want to appreciate, you want to applaud when you see excellence, when you see dedication, when you see humanity in humans. Of course, we are supposed to be humans, but then when the humanity is being defined out of we humans, it means that there is a level at which that we empathize with others, and it tells you where it takes the other man. When you put others before yourself, when you look at, you cannot say, who do I associate with? Do I associate with the high and the mighty, or do I go to those who need me to be lifted up from where they are? We are celebrating the future today, and we are celebrating where we are supposed to be as humans. Because somebody dedicated himself, sacrificed. He said at one point he was trained up. He went to take tea with milk. I don't know. Nobody told him to do that. Don't make coffee and milk when you are in this, when you are in a battle, you are going to war. But he survived. And alongside him is the future. 12 years and 2 days old. But she has already conquered the terrain. The best female chess player in Nigeria. You can't get it better than that, having it in the house on a Sunday. So, let me introduce you. They don't need introduction to my guys in the house. They said ladies first, but Debbie after men. So, I'm starting with Tunde. Tunde is the founder, Tunde Nokoya. You all know him, the guy who broke the Guinness World Record. Went to Times Square in Yankee. In you understand, that is, in the jungle to go and do that. And the whole world saw it. As if somebody's hiding somewhere, say, how are we going to rectify? He was there. Channels, we were streaming it live. CNN, every other big channels were all there. So the whole world saw it happen. It is not go and hide down here. Take your 5 minutes if you want to take it every hour, or put it to 30 minutes. And can you imagine 6 hours before you have 30 minutes to rest, to eat, and to do whatever you want to do? But he went through that and he came out. But that was at the pinnacle. He started somewhere. We don't know where he started from, or most of us don't know. Most of you watching don't know how it started. So I want to introduce Tunde first, or he introduced himself, the founder of Chess in Slum in Africa. I know he started somewhere in Ikorodu, and then I was talking about Makoko, but then Oshodi, I don't know, a lot of stories, but then we have just 1 hour for this tight show. So we'll talk to Tunde briefly, and then we'll also talk, like I said, she is the empress. That is what I call her. She's the empress of chess in Nigeria, and probably in the not too distant future in Africa. Let's meet Tunde. Tunde, how are you?
Thank you very much.
You look bigger. You look bigger. Maybe where is your filler? You didn't come with your filler.
I'm so sorry. I didn't wear the filler. I'm just coming from church. So
okay.
Yeah, but I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. I'm really honored, and I'm just glad to be here today to share my story, and of course to support the future of Nigerian chess. Today as well, because it's about the young ones. Me, I'm an old man already.
I'm 29. You're not yet 30.
Relatively, yeah, but yes, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for having us.
All right, that's Tunde. That's Tunde. That is the man who broke the Guinness World Record and put Nigeria on the world map in chess. I play football. We win Olympic gold. In chess, brain. You don't have it. You don't have it. If you have it, you have it. And look at he's speaking his words. I talk 30 words per second. He just speaks his word and get it done. Some talk, some do. So he is a doer. But then let's go to another child prodigy. Sometimes in so about 2 months or 3 months ago, Akunle, you remember when Tunde broke that Guinness World Record? I brought in Tunde on the show. And today, the way we do our things here, I met Tunde in the morning. I said, Tunde, you are going on the show. Tunde said, going on which show? As we are coming on Channel Sport on Sunday. Like, Kule, I said, Kule, you are going to Kule said, what am I going to do on Channel Sport? So that's not what. When you get to the set, you will know, because he has already been talking about chess with me. I mean, I know he's part of those who organize chess in Nigeria. So I remember he will be there. And I like things when they are impromptu, when they are not rehearsed, when you go over there and be yourself. And then while we're talking, he said, Ken, there is this 11-year-old kid, Deborah Quickpen. She is the national champion. I said, no, I mean the national junior champion, you mean? He said, no. She is the best female chess player at 11. And she's not in Abuja. She's not in Lagos. She's not in Port Harcourt. She's somewhere in Jenegua. I said, a lie. We are going to have her on the show. And when we were thinking of that, Tunde now went on to look and break the record. And I said, can we talk to Tunde? I know it will be difficult. The guy has not slept, but how do we do it? Okay, you come in, let's fill in. And suddenly, while we were talking, I told Kunle, I said, okay, why can't we have Debbie and Kunle, the king, and on? It's okay, let me, because I think he was in Europe when he came back. I don't know whether it's Sweden or Norway or somewhere he went to. We were monitoring him, following his movement, tracking. He doesn't know we are tracking him. I'm a monitoring spirit, doesn't know. So we monitored him, and then when Kunle called me, I said, look, I was spoken to Tunde, and he said, he's doing this show because of Debbie, actually. Even though a lot of people have been disturbing him to come and do any show. I tell you this, here we are. We have the best. We have the past, the present, and the future in the house. Debbie, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know. You are 12 years and 2 days, so I wouldn't want to ask when they started playing chess. So briefly, who taught you how to play chess?
Well, when I was 3 years old, Miss FM Bomo taught me how to play chess.
Who?
Bomo Kigia.
Bomoki.
Kigia.
Okay. You have to speak. I know you keep people on chess. Yeah, you have to speak out loud. Oh yeah.
Mr. Bomo Kigia.
Mr. Bomo Kigia taught you how to play chess when you were
3 years old.
3 years old. He told you these are the pawns, this is rook, this is bishop, and you memorized it. And then how? The movements?
Well, I started, I played whether good or bad moves, but he taught me from 3, then stopped training me in 2019, but I actually memorized the moves.
Okay. You started playing this thing, then teach you for Baba Shop.
Yes, sir.
The fact Christ was born in the manger. He was taught how to play this in the barber shop. Those of us that know the movement of these things anyway. I mean, it's in the street, because I'm in Nigeria. But you taught them, who taught you in the barber shop? You just saw them playing, or what happened?
It was the barber, because I was 10 years old at the time.
Okay, you were 10?
Yeah, I was 10, yeah. So I used to go, I wasn't in school for like 2 years because, there was no money to pay school fees at the time. So I really wasn't doing anything. So when I wake up sometimes, I would just go to the barber shop. They had a video game center too on the side. And the barber was this Egbo and Dugbo that used to advise from people. He had, he shared so much wisdom. So I used to go there and sit down and just listen to him talk and watch other kids that should be in school. They'll be gambling, PlayStation 1 back then. And on one of those days, he just brought out a small chessboard and he was just playing by himself in a corner. And I was curious. I asked him, what is this? He said, what does it look like? I said, donkey. I said, it's not a donkey, it's a knight. But he wouldn't teach me because he thought I was too young, which is interesting because she started playing when she was 3.
7 years ahead of that time, yeah.
So, but, because I was a very curious kid, I would always go back there. And by just watching him, play with himself, and sometimes his friends would come, I was able to learn the rules. So I basically learned by watching. And when he saw that, I had picked up the rules myself, then he would explain a few things to me. And that was how my journey into chess started.
Let me ask you this, because personally, that's what happened to me. The guy who taught me how to play chess, by the third game, I was able to beat him. Do you play to the strength of who taught you? I don't know.
It depends on the level, because anyone can teach chess at beginner level. It's just understanding the basic rules of how the pieces move and just maybe basic opening theory. But if you play, the person that taught me how to play was a master level player. Right? So I couldn't beat him for at least like 7 years. even more.
Yeah.
It took a lot of years before I could even win a game against him, right? So, and I think it really helped me too because he was a strong player, and that's how you get better at chess, by losing to people who are much better than you. You won't get better at chess by winning. It's very ironical.
Okay. At 3, you started playing.
Yeah.
At what age did you start entering into competitions?
Well, at the age of 5, that was when I went for my first tournament in Lagos.
At the age of 5, your
Yeah.
mother took you from, is it your mother or your daddy took you from Yenegua?
No, my mom.
Took you from Yenegua to Lagos?
Yes.
They have confidence in you that you can play a competition. Then tell us what happened.
Well, I didn't actually win a prize, but I got encouraged. But then I picked up from there. And at the age of 6, I went for youth games, national youth games. There, I won my first bronze medal. There, I still picked up. They invited me for the African youth in Namibia. Windhoek, yes. Then I got my I got first in Africa and 7th in West Africa. So from there, I picked up there.
Those ones at the junior categories?
Yes, like age grade.
Like age grade. Okay. Okay. Before we go into the next question with you, you are not playing. You guys are not playing. There is no time in here. I've learned some people took about 10 years to play some chess game before they complete it. You know, somebody will make one move and then. You know, it is not that you have all this. Maybe they will send telegram. They'll send a message. I'm taking this move. Somebody's in Russia. Another one is probably in England or whatever.
Yeah.
And doing it. But right now, you guys do it. Okay. Debbie, you're playing white. So you
Yes.
make your first move. I mean, it's not you're not playing against time.
Okay.
Make your first move.
Okay.
Okay. Only counter. All right. Okay. One move. It's slow motion today. Don't forget your brain. Anyway, let me say this. Today is night. In 2 days' time, what you saw earlier, probably we'll play that again. Both of them are squaring off again on the 11th. And all chess lovers in Nigeria, if you don't worry about it, you're going to whatever can stream it, you are going to watch. You are going to watch, King versus the Empress. They are taking it there. The King's Gambit versus the Queen's Gambit on the 11th. Kunle, what is happening on the 11th?
So on the 11th, I'll be playing a 3-hour chess match against, Deborah Quickpen. We've termed it the future versus the past.
Not the past.
Okay, maybe the present. Right? Of course, she's no pushover. She's a very strong player. She'll be representing Nigeria at the World Cup in Georgia, in a couple of weeks. So, when the team reached out to me, and I've been following our progress because one thing I'm very invested in is talent development for the junior players. So for a lot of the junior players, I support their career, sometimes financially, sometimes just encouragement, sometimes also getting them sponsors because, Nigeria has a lot of talent. And, Deborah she's one of those talents that I believe will become West Africa's first grandmaster.
Wow.
And this is not like a woman or men thing, like an actual grandmaster, regardless of gender. Right? So, and it's important that we give her all the support she needs. So I'm honored to play her in this match. Hopefully I don't lose.
She beat it it was on time or so. You spent more time.
Strong. She's much faster.
She's much faster.
She's much faster.
Yeah, your brain they carry so many things. So Pat, we'll talk about that chess stuff.
But yeah, she's incredible.
So where is it taking place? When time?
In Ikoyi, I think in the afternoon.
Okay.
To be for 3 hours.
Okay.
So it's going to be a hard match. Of course, now old man has some tricks.
When you think you are. Anyway, I keep on calling him Kule because Kule is Tunde. Please, Tunde or Nokoya. The way you guys. I'm sorry, I'm not saying about it, but the way you Yoruba guys, when you spell something, no. It's not supposed to say O-N-A. Why you say O-N-A? Has it called no? I mean, I don't understand. Okay, I'll call him Onakoya. He will spell his name. Anyway, that's today for you. He speaks gently, takes his time, and I tell you this, he's so focused. Why did you start chess and slum in Ikorodu?
Yes, I did. Because I grew up in Ikorodu as well.
But it's like when you get to, I think, Makoko Osho, that is where probably it kind of blew what's on it. So can you just tell us a little about it?
So like I said, I grew up in Ikorodu.
Yeah.
I grew up in a slum community, actually, in a place called Isaleldo. And, we didn't have a lot. But my parents always wanted us to be educated. But that was hard because we could barely afford to eat, right? And it was that time that I discovered chess when I was at home, not going to school. And chess gave me an identity. And I've said this a number of times because, the real consequence of poverty is a child is born into a situation, into a family that is struggling, into an environment where it's really difficult for them to thrive. And before they have their own agency, that situation has already conditioned them. They are not like, there's malnutrition, there's, lack of education, lack of exposure, and all of these things. And by the time they have their own agency, it's already too late for them to have access to certain opportunities, or it's already too late for them, to get the required level of development that they need to now be functional or be relevant. So that was a bit of my story, but until chess came along. So for the first time, we're leaving my community to go to the island. I saw cars, big cars for the first time. I saw high-rise buildings. I went on to go to school on a scholarship because I was good at chess, and chess literally changed my life. So 7 years ago, back in 2018, I decided that I was going to do the same thing for other children like me. I also grew up in the slums, that would never get access to opportunity, that if I could teach them chess and they can become champions, that people will see the potential that they have. So I took a couple of chess boards. I was already working with schools even prior to that time. So I love teaching children. So I would always go there to another slum called Majudu, not far from where I grew up.
Yeah, Majudu is popular. Majudu is a bit popular.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like on the other side of where I grew up. I grew up in Owotu. So I started teaching the kids and they got really good. This was 2018, but nobody really understood like chess for children in poverty. It didn't make sense until when we went to Oshodi Under Bridge in 2021, December.
The team blew.
And, it blew up from there. So, but most people don't know that we had been at it like 2 years.
I wanted to ask, but you also were you at Makoko?
Yeah, we're at Makoko.
Yeah, because I think I started following when we were in Makoko.
The boy that won that met the governor. Yeah,
exactly.
I was on that.
Then when you now went to Oshodi. All right, I'm gonna play small now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play small. See, watch it. You guys just watch this thing. It's not football. I don't play whatever I do. This is brain. This is brain.
Our match now starts with that. The interesting thing is that the opening I play now is the same opening she plays as well.
Okay.
So, okay.
Okay. All right. It's castle. That's called casting. Are you guys see what you are seeing? All right. This is an exhibition. They enjoy themselves here. On the 11th, they will do another one. They are doing it for the kids in Africa. They are doing it to support her. She's representing Nigeria at the World Chess Championship. She's representing not Kadao, not whatever it is, she's Nigeria. She's 12 years and 2 days old. 12 years. In those days, at 12 years is when you leave primary school. Yes, because before they enter school at 6, you put your hand. If your hand does not touch your ear, you are not old enough to start school. So you must do that. Forget you are not bringing your birth certificate or whatever. You just queue on the primary school. Everybody that will enter, all of you, come. So those of us that don't have height, we now start, maybe we can get a little more finger so that we can touch it so that you can start school. Now she's in SS. She's in SS1. She's a senior student. Okay. Debbie, let's come to you. Does this give you playing competitions, doing all these things? Does it affect your studies?
Well, it really doesn't affect my studies because I have school programs when I go back to school to help me. So it doesn't really affect it, and I try to balance the both of them.
Okay.
Yes.
Which school are you? What is the name of your school?
PoliticsToday High School.
Portis
PoliticsToday High School.
High School. Where is it in Yenegua? Which part of Yenegua?
Igbo Gene, yes.
Igbo Kene in Yenegua.
Yes.
That's where our school is in Port Harcourt, and that is where they say diamonds are found inside. They see diamond where beautiful places. So you go there. Yeah, we grew up in the store. I grew up in the jungle. I grew up in a jungle. So. So we understand how it works. We understand how these things are and how it shapes you to do what you want to do and how you want to do it. Education is key in what you are doing, and what
Yes.
what you're doing. It's all about education. It's all about getting it there. He has so much confidence in you that maybe you're going to be the first African grandmaster, not male or female, based on the attributes that you're seeing. How do you picture yourself when you start playing adults? Because you are playing women. You are a child. I'm sorry. Do you have that psychological fear that Nanti at the place? How do you feel when you feel? Or you don't look at the border. You don't care who's at the other side.
I don't care who's at the other side. I just play.
She just plays. She doesn't care who is at the other side. Okay. How many, apart from yourself, how many other kids are playing chess in Yenegua?
Well, my brother and some other kids in the council, what we call it sports complex, where Scrabble and chess are together in place. So other kids play there.
Your elder or younger brother?
My younger brother.
You are the eldest in the house?
Yes.
That's so they look up to you.
Yes.
Has your brother beaten you once or twice?
Yeah, he has beaten me more than twice.
He's beaten you more than twice, so he's good.
Yes.
He's good.
And he's a Nigerian under-10 champion currently.
He's
Nigerian national champion for under-10.
He's the champion already.
Yes, for under-10.
Anyway, don't worry. Their mother is in the house, Mrs. Vera Quick Pen. She's in the house. She will probably tell us how they did it. But then let's go back to Tunde. Tunde, it's not been easy. Nigerian kids in this film. I see some of them that you pick them up. I wish we can have some of those pictures. I know probably we can go to Tunde's page, his maybe Twitter page, where his handle, and see if we can see some of those his activities. Even when he was in New York, I think the video also came to see you.
Yeah,
how many of the stars came there?
A lot of people came. Adekunle Gold came. Video came. And some other celebrities in New York as well.
So they were not feeling the pain you were feeling.
They were not doing.
Were you very hungry?
Yeah, I was, because I couldn't eat for like the first 48 hours or something, because I drank coffee and I'm lactose intolerant.
Yes, and you didn't tell that you don't drink.
They mix it up. So when they brought the coffee, it was for me and like the other guy.
Yes.
So I now picked his own because I told him not to put milk in mine.
Okay. So. That was it too. It's after you have drank your smoke will not start singing. You now know I'm in trouble. How did you survive that? It must have been something.
I was in a lot of pain. I think there was a point where I was throwing up. And I just wanted to stop. A doctor came and because I couldn't stop, I had to wait for every 5 minutes break to go to the restroom, then or get medication. So I wanted to call it off, but I remember at one moment I just looked behind me. I just saw hundreds of people. Nigerians traveled from London, from Tennessee. Some people came from Lagos. Today I just got to this one. I didn't even know what was happening on social media, right? And I just felt like I couldn't let them down. More importantly, like the children that we're doing it for, we're trying to raise money for their education, and I just had to go all the way. So that was what kept me going.
Okay, we can see those, if we can see those footages, if we have them. He was out to raise $1 million. We are going to ask him how much he has raised, how much he has raised, and where we are going to. We must reach it. We must reach it. This is what you are seeing here. This is where both of them squared off. Like I said, they are going to do this for 3 hours in 2 days' time. Then Debbie will be 12 years and 4 days old. I'm telling you this. Sorry, today started playing when he was 10 years old. So he's been playing for 19 years. So the time he has been playing is older, at 7 years older than, than when Debbie was born. I tell you this, but this is what you are seeing. This is the brain working with the hands. Apart from this, I hope that maybe as this show is going on, we shall also visit what he did in New York, see some of those footages if possible, and also those things he's doing at Oshodi and Makoko, and all if possible want to do that. But the thing is, he wants African kids, he wants African children to go to school. He's trying to raise money for them. And this one on the 11th, they are trying to support Deborah. You are seeing her there, 12 years. She's the female champion in Nigeria. She's the best player in Nigeria. She is ranked under 12, the best in Africa. Under 12, number 3 in the world, in the whole world. Muhammad Ali says it, in the whole world. You are seeing a genius. You are seeing the empress. I call her the empress of chess. And that is what she is. And that is what she's doing down there. Look at them there. This is beautiful. Speed and accuracy. The brain and the hands are working in tandem. I tell you this. And they still go back to clock. You say, look, I'm doing this. Watch this. This is not computer. This is not computer. Wow. Wow. Did I reach this one? Voila. Only me will call myself grandmaster. Oh my God. I will soon get there. Well, with both of them, I will soon get there. I can't have this ball and I cannot play the way they are playing. It's not possible in any way at all. It's not possible. Debbie, going to Georgia, how do you feel going to the world stage again to represent our fatherland? Can you sing the new national anthem? Have you been learning it?
No.
Because if you win it, you are bound to sing the national anthem. I know you go with the Nigerian flag. But you are bound to say, of course, they will play the anthem for you. And then you don't. You're not going to do that. Yeah. Of course, 2 days I was not born 1978 when they changed it. When they changed the anthem. That was, we used to have that anthem. Those of us that can sing it, because the way you guys sing this was when we sang it while we were in school. Entering primary school, the first thing you had was Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribes and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. You understand? So it was what as we are singing Arise Go Pantros, that's how we sing it. So it was natural for us every day at the assembly. All right, we want to go on a short break. When I come back, Tunde will tell us where we are in that road to 1 million. And also, you guys, on the 11th, you will have to support Debbie. All right, welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. And then, like I said, we have the king and the empress in the house. It is Channel's Chess Sunday. Talking chess. But that does not mean that, we interchanged, because yesterday, Iga, the Polish girl, Iga Swiatek, has won her 3rd French Open. I looked at that semi-final, so when she did beat Coco Gauff, and I said, this one is turning into Serena versus Sharapova. Serena Sharapova has this head-to-head meeting. They played 22 times. Sharapova won 20. Serena won 20 and Sharapova won only 2. This one, they have played 12 times with only one victory by Coco Gauff. I tell you this, it is dominance. I don't, and I said, it was Peter Tosh that sang that track, that wherever you come from, say wherever you come from, as long as you are a black man, you are an African. So I see an African in anywhere we are, and I see Coco Gauff as the African. I am not saying I'm not seeing other people, but I'm seeing her. Charity begins at home. So you start from here. So Iga, the young, has been doing that. She's just 23, and then she's moving. I don't know how many French Open. Nadal has 14 French Opens. Iga already has 3 now, and then the way she's dominating the scene is going to be difficult. Another dominating figure is Carlos Alcaraz. He'll be playing Alexander Zverev today in the finals. the young man also is blistering. I mean, you see Nadal, you see Federer, you see Djokovic. In him is a compose. I mean, the aggressiveness, the fitness of Nadal is there in Alcaraz. You can see him there. He beats all those men that are 20 years older than him, and he just go over there as if he's doing nothing. So he is, I mean, probably today he's take Zverev. Zverev is still trying to click in to get that in Dominic Thiem and Tsitsipas. Others have just won those, their Grand Slams. Bet Carlos Alcaraz is saying, this is, I want to see what the German can do. But this man, this French, this Spanish boy is something else. It's a boy wonder. They say when you are good enough, you are old enough. Okay, the numbers are there, right there on the set. You want to talk to them in the house. It is not always have the privilege and the honor to have them here. But before we also do that, let me just chip this in. Let me that is there. They are okay. They are here already. You can see them, Tudor Nokoya and Deborah Quickpen. So you want to call them, you know their names. But then you are talking about, look, you are not just talking about ordinary chess players. You are talking about when you create the Guinness World Record, you are the best. You understand? Guinness say you don't create record, nobody has done it. You know, of course, people are chasing this record. There's some that, you know, this June and the rest of them all. Deborah, like I said, she is the female champion in Nigeria. She is number 3 in a category in Africa and the world, number 1 in Africa. And she's going to represent Nigeria in Georgia in a few days' time. But on the 11th, 2 days from today, when she will be 12 years and 4 days old. Mind you, look back. When you are calling, look back when you are 12 years and 4 days old and tell us whether you're a national champion, African champion, or carrying the burden of Nigeria before the world, the chess world. This is the king of sports. And we have the king and the empress in the house. Also, right there at the cathedral today, let me just take that before I come back to my guys. It will be the flying antelope versus the people's elephant. You understand? So it will be holy, 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 holy. Enugu Rangers, another champion. They're taking up Nzogbu, Nzogbu, Henyi, Mba, Henyi, Nzogbu, Henyi, Nzogbu, Nzogbu. So I tell you this, if you are in Enugu, go over there. It is Rangers taking up. This is the title decider. Rangers are topping the league at the NPFL. Why? Henyi by saying, we are not going to let it go, because if anybody does anything here, it's going to unsettle what is on the log. So for sport lovers, there are a lot of matches taking place today, but we are just taking this because today is chess. We are concentrating on just chess for a reason, because they started a journey and we can only support them to reach that goal. What both of them are doing are noble, and I tell you, Nigeria is proud of both of them, and this set is honored to have them sitting with us here. Before I come to you, Tunde, Debbie, how often do you practice in a day? How many hours do you practice in a day?
Well, most of the time, like probably 7 to 8 hours a day.
7 to 8 hours a day?
Yes.
Your companion is the chess, you play from your phone?
No. No, I train on the board.
You train on the board?
Yes, my coach, Mr. Edward.
Okay, you and your coach?
Yes.
So your coach spends a minimum of 8 hours with you almost every day?
Yes.
And this thing, this one not use you. So these are you think this is result is you just see result. Yeah, you don't know where they get. This is how they get 8 hours. That is the time you used to go to work. She's using it to practice, getting better and better and better. Wow. I never knew it was this. Because we just play it for fun. But I know for you to be a pro, you dedicate this much hours, to this. Now, back to you, Tunde. The target was 11. The target is not was $1 million. Are you able to get about $100 and something or so? Was that during the event?
Yeah.
When you were trying to break that record?
Yes.
Okay. How far have we gone now?
Almost 200 thereabouts. $200,000.
Almost $200,000.
Although, so what I did was just before, because immediately after the attempt, like my life just completely changed. I couldn't go anywhere again. Everyone wanted a picture. And when I stepped out of my hotel in Times Square, people were running after me, and it was just a very humbling moment, honestly. You
would have come with this feel out. I don't understand. I wanted to see this car. This is your car. I wanted to see it.
So before I left New York, I signed about 200 chessboards like this one.
Wow.
People bought the boards for $50 each. So that also helped us continue. So instead of people just donating, so people bought the chessboard. and yeah, it also helped us raise, quite a lot of money as well. So although the target is still $1 million, but we're kind of like changing the strategy from like crowdfunding to
Okay.
now institutional partners. So a lot of people like Sterling Bank, they're coming on board, and so yeah, so that's where we are right now. The
Okay.
goal is still to raise money and resource for the children so they can have access to education.
The kids, like how many kids now, in Nigeria? Because I know there are also other kids within Africa, that
yeah.
are part of the chess and slum in Africa.
It's interesting because we even have more programs outside Africa now because we have a partner in New York that is helping us expand rapidly. But in Nigeria, we have like about 1,000 children in our programs now.
1,000 children.
And there are a lot of them that we pay their school fees every year. They go to private school, so we put them on scholarship support. Those are the kind of communities we work with.
I've seen them.
Chess is great, and it's a way to help even improve the academic outcomes. But beyond that, we also want them to have access to formal education. So that is why the scholarship support is important as well. So it's two things: being able to do like the chess programs set up in different communities, so they can begin to gain these critical thinking skills, and also have access to formal education and mentorship.
Now let us look at this critical thinking skills. Did you get that? Pick what he's saying, please. Critical thinking. You understand? Strategy. You are not just thinking. You are thinking for a purpose. You have a where you want to go to. But let's see. This is it. His parents were so poor that for 2 years he was at home not going to school. And in a barber shop, that is where he found chess. I saw what he posted on his Twitter handle. Was it last week? A few days ago. Sometimes I cry. Forget the old man which would to cry. And I looked at it. He said, when I was leaving for New York, I have this car that I was using, and I gave it to my father. My father sold all he has, everything, so that we could go to school, no matter how difficult it was. And he now posted that car. I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to come with that. Because I said I'm going to ride on that car today. I won't do the. I tell you this. He gave his car to his father. Said, "Daddy, take this for your sacrifice." And in came in. I wish if we can get that where the car was a rugged car was being presented to him. You see we don't have it. Oh my God! I wish we have it. I would have just seen you see that and see his transition and see how life has done to you. Who is that? Who sang that? I normally try to sing some songs on this show. I think Lucky Dube said, "Blessed is the hand that gave it, and the one that take it." He's been blessed because he's looking after kids. Not kids from those who can afford it. Kids from those who don't know where the next meal will come from. Kids that do not know what they are going to wear will come from. Kids that, when it rains, where they live, they come back to a certain part because the roof is leaking. And he's giving them hope. He's giving them a future. He's not giving them. He's giving Nigeria and the African kids and Africa a future because he's doing for Africa. He's doing for Nigeria what others couldn't do. There are other NGOs and people who are trying, but he chose this path, and with this path, we are going somewhere. Your partners that you want to start doing with. I mean, we're not saying, okay, fine, we need this. Can you guys come in? And he said, you are getting somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Because we want to build a chess institute, the biggest of its kind in the world, a chess academy here in Lagos. I wanted to represent the excellence of Nigerians because, in all my travels, because since the world record, I've been traveling quite a bit to Finland, Senegal, and Germany. I meet a lot of Nigerians, and a lot of them have a heart for the country, but they think the things they do wouldn't really matter much, right? And for a lot of them, our story, our journey, the work that we do is hope to them that Nigeria can work, right? So this is why I think building this academy is important. The only reason why I'm here today is because, I had an education, quite all right, but chess also gave me a way to find my place in the world. After the barber shop, the school I went to, UNTAP College, that was where, we learned chess as a subject.
Wow.
We wrote exams at the end of the term. They were the ones that even exposed us to tournament, UNTAP College. Without them, I can't really tell my story. And that level of exposure, being in that controlled environment where we had access to chess, to learn amongst our peers, it really helped me build the confidence to become the man that I am today. So I think we need to build an institute like that, right, to really sharpen minds. This is what African is. This is what Nigerian is. We need a new generation of thinkers, people that will solve our problems. And it makes more sense for them to come out of the communities that they must serve. The only reason why I'm inclined to do the work that I do is because I also came from the slums and I know the struggle. A lot of people, they don't have any context for the struggle.
Yeah.
So, if we are able to build that, it will be free for all orphans, for children.
The academy.
Yeah.
What's the concept you have in mind? What kind of,
Yes.
what is the concept?
So it's going to be a hub, right? Chess is the focal point, but it won't be just chess, right? To be a lot of
with
innovation,
physical structures.
of course, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of technology. It's going to be a space that will be thoughtfully designed,
all right.
Where children can come and they can birth ideas, where their minds can be nurtured. So that's
okay. Let's have Abel. Abel is regional from Ogun State. Hello, Abel.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Elder Abel Amata.
Abel Amata. Okay. Go on.
Sir,
Are you ringing?
Nigerian ball juggler.
Okay. All right, go on. Amata. Okay.
I just came from church, and I am touched by Tunde Onokoya's revelation. And the Almighty God increase this young man, give him grace to grow more than where he is in the name of Jesus Christ. And for the young lady, their brother Christian, I lift him up to Almighty God. His life will change for better and for better and for better in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Ochonogo, as I speak to you, Moses Amata is dying. That's why I'm calling you.
Okay, Moses.
This man is talking of slums. We all grow up in Adegule. We come from the slums. My junior bride is in the hospital dying of kidney. I want you to help us. We have spent so much. We have written to NFS. We have written to the Federal Ministry of Sports. We have written to the World Confederation of African Football. He's all over the stadium when they are playing football. Mr. Sonogo, we want you to help him. Mosamata is a popular person that grew up from Adegule from the slum. Please
Moses, we know you, Moses. I'm someone saying Abel. We know you, Moses. Okay, you are Abel. Your brother is more. You are. Yeah.
He's from in the national stadium. Surulere.
Okay, Moses. Okay, you are Moses' brother. Moses is your brother. I said Moses is your brother, right?
Moses is my junior brother.
It's your younger brother. Okay. I know Moses very well. I think he was in Cameroon when Super Eagles went to play. He was part of the juggling team. I remember him.
As he came back from Cameroon, this thing started. He went to National Stadium to keep fit. So he slept and he almost died at the stadium just last month. So I speak to you, he's in the hospital.
All right. Thank you, Abel. We'll do all we can. That is what we are here. Like we said, we try to define humanity as reaching out and a part of ourselves to give out. So what we'll do, and I pray that Moses hears, because he's a fantastic ball juggler. He's recognized by FIFA. Your brother is recognized by FIFA. Like I said, he was in Cameroon representing Nigeria as part of the team that went for the AFCON. I think about 2-3 years ago. The debut project.
Yes.
How will we handle this on today?
Since I put out that video of both of us playing the bullets game on social media, the post went very viral.
Yeah.
A certain grandmaster in America, reached out to me. It was the very first black grandmaster in the history of chess. His name is GM Morris Ashley.
Okay.
And he has shown interest in supporting her career. So I think that's really good. She doesn't know this yet. So I have a meeting with him later this evening to discuss modalities. Because, she's the future. I believe that. But to be a grandmaster would take a lot of resources. I'm talking about thousands and thousands of dollars.
She's not about spending that about me.
I know.
You know, this is why I shock. Because I can probably spend 1 hour or 2 hours, 8 hours, 7-8 hours daily.
So
but these are small heads.
Excellence at anything. You have to put in your 10,000 hours. we're very proud of her, and I'm just happy to be a part of this in any capacity as well.
Now, today, both of them are here. This is a Nigerian project, and that's what we do here. Richard, please, we are asking for those who has been blessed, corporate organizations. Of course, a lot of us will identify with success. They are already success, so it's not a question of saying whatever you want to do. She is the best in Nigeria, the third best in the world at her age at 12 years, and the best in Africa. You can't be something better than that. This man went to New York, Times Square. When you mention, probably you say Caesar's Palace and whatever, and then you come back to whatever, Madison Square Garden and whatever it is in New York, you're talking about Times Square. I mean, there is no other place. He went there and okay. All right. We are going to you. Somebody seeing us from United States of America, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Kelly, how are you? We're fine. I have Tunde and Deborah in the house.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
I'm pleased, man. I don't know. In fact, they are God-given gifts to Nigeria. I really want to know how I can be of support to Tunde's ministry, because I call it ministry. So I'm a pastor here also in Florida. I can be part of it.
Now, this can call I want here. Tunde, how can it get to you?
Yes. You can reach us through social media, Chess in Slums Africa, our website.
Chess in Slums
email,
Africa.
yes.
Chess
in Slums Africa, yes.
Yeah, Chess in Slums Africa. That's a website. Chess in Slums Africa.
Yeah.
Kelly, are you listening?
Chess in Sport Africa.
Chess in Slums. Chess in Slums Africa. So you just check their website, and then they contact you to reach them. You can also check him on Instagram, on Twitter. Maybe send me a DM, Tunde Onokoya. Tunde_OD. You will see him there. It's right there on Twitter. But that is their Chess in Slum Africa. So I want. I beg, not gonna support there for me.
Okay,
I beg.
I'll do that.
Yes.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Oh, God bless you. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kelly. So Kelly just reached us from Florida, and then they're watching you guys from all over the world, and then that is what they're queuing in and see. I don't want to put any pressure on you. You say, because sometimes you just, the other time I was talking to you and your mommy, and somebody will look at you, when you are looking this innocent, both of them are looking innocent, and you are keeping this beard to make you look as if you are a macho man. For where you have a baby face, both of them guys, and whatever it is. So you see them, and then you see, this is what we want to see in Nigerians. This is what I want to see. I can't keep on get away from talking about this Georgia thing. You're preparing, you want to go. But I'm trying to think out, how do you go to competitions without having the pressure on you? You understand? Is there any way you can look, I don't want, are you getting what I'm trying to do? You don't want the pressure. Do you always think about it when you are doing for competition? Does it bother you?
Oh, no, exactly. It doesn't actually bother me because I have my mom with me, so.
Your mom is always going somewhere with you.
Yes, so okay. Less pressure.
And your dad goes with your brother. What's the name of your brother?
Abner, Quickpen.
Abner.
Quickpen.
Okay. Of course, Quickpen is your family name, but it's Abner. He's 10.
No, 9.
He's 9.
Yes.
And he's the under 10 champion.
Yes.
You are 12. Yes. And you are the under 50 champion. I remember I have been playing chess in Nigeria since I took your call. Oh, 12-year-old. We're 12-year-old. I'm thrilled. I'm tickled. And then, we have today with the heart of gold. You understand? The heart of gold. If you open the heart now, I'm not supposed to go tell you how to. But what the heart there is the heart of gold. It's the heart of gold. Reaching out is what we are here. And that is what we are doing. I don't know how much, people don't know how happy I am to have you in the house. You don't know how happy I am. We would all old. We would all old. So when we see that the next generation is covered in excellence, the next generation is covered in empathy, the next generation is covered in reaching out then we can rest. You understand? That brotherhood, the new anthem, there are so many stanzas that you say, and the rest of them all living like a banner without stain for our children, and so God of all creation. You understand? Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. That is what you're doing, where the downtrodden are uplifted. And for you, you are a shining star. I don't know. Mrs. Quickpen is in the house. Your mother is in the house. Mrs. Quickpen, please, can you just walk into the set? Please? Walk into the set, please. Walk into the set. You're not going to just walk into the set. Walk into the set. Come like this. Okay. Can you just bring a seat. Okay, bring a seat here. Let her just sit down here close to me. Bring a seat. Let her sit close to me. Let her bring a seat close to me. Okay, just for a minute. Okay, you are going to express yourself. Okay. Because we're almost done. Okay. It's all right. You project with our speaker. All right. Okay. Because we're almost done with the show. All right. I mean, those are the stars. Tindall is in cab. I will take one of these days, and I'll wear it on my sleeve.
Yes. Yeah.
This is Mrs. Vera Quickpen. Briefly, your daughter. She's going to represent Nigeria right there at in Georgia, and then your son is already on 9. I mean, we want to thank you for what you are doing. Bringing them up for the generation you and your family is bringing for Nigeria. Just one word. What do you want to tell Nigerians about her journey to Georgia? Just one word, because we are just about 2 minutes to go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, I want to first of all thank God for this all arrangements. I want to appreciate those that have supported us in one way or other. I want to thank the coach. I want to thank Mr. Tunde Anokaya. I want to thank Mr. Yemi Edu. I want to thank, in fact, I have so many to say. It's not easy, but thank God all of these people came, to our, to support, and thank God God has made it possible for us to, get prepared for the journey now. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Today we are about leaving. I don't know how many more minutes we have. But then your project, we still want to have you here. We still want to have you here on this show. It will put basically fully on your projects. Probably when she's come back, this is just like I said, 2 hours is not enough for this show. But we are going to squeeze it into 1 hour. What do you have to say as we are leaving?
Yeah, I would just say this. It is possible to do great things from a small place.
Yeah.
I think this is what I want a lot of Nigerians to continue to believe.
Yeah.
Right. Debbie is, she's a one-in-a-lifetime kind of talent. And, it's good that in moments like this are happening, because it reminds us that at the end of all of this, everything we do has to be an investment into our future. And for Nigerians out there watching this as well, please let us have that in mind in building our great nation, that this future is for the children.
The future is for the children.
Yeah.
Debbie, the next world champion. Cannot God bless Nigeria.